Anyone
can be underrated.
as fuck.
You are now tuning into the latest episode of the Underrated as Fuck podcast.
Hosted by the one and only Bliss.
And you already know, Mighty Zay.
What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the Underrated AF podcast.
That's hard.
We went on a short hiatus, but we're back. We had a lot happen. Mighty went across the country.
Yo, that was
That's
crazy.
pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
We had some Alex Pereira fights going on. We got surprisingly not too much like music news to talk about. There's like a little tidbit, but
Not much. Yeah, not much.
since we've been gone for a minute, let's jump into Bliss and Mighty updates.
So what's going on?
So tell us about your first cross country flight to go fight in Florida in the middle of a hurricane.
Yo, that was crazy. So first of all, me and Coach signed up for a bunch of updates for Pinellas Park in Florida, Tampa.
Was it like alerts? So like if something
Just
gets
whatever
destroyed
happens,
or
yeah.
emergency stuff.
Whatever happens, we can get updates and we'll just know the situation going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we were just getting updates left and right. This is bad. This is bad. This is closed off. This is closed off. So we're like at the airport waiting to catch our first flight all the way down over there, and we're getting all these updates, and we're just like, watch us get down there, and
Wait,
it gets canceled.
Didn't you get an update that your flight got delayed and all like a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, like we got no. So flights got canceled, so we ended up getting rebooked and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But they were on it so fast. So the second like one ticket fell through,
they were getting that money.
Yeah, they were just like, boom, here you go, like
Said,
another
put 'em
ticket.
over here.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, and I remember, right, because the first ride there, we went from here to San Antonio, and then from San Antonio.
Oh, you had a layover?
Yeah, and then we had to be there for like 2.5 hours, and that was like forever. Oh man, that one felt like forever, just because like I was making weight. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
and you couldn't eat nothing.
I couldn't. So like I smelled all the food in the airport. Like, oh dude, like I was just like, yeah, I was feeling it. But the San Antonio flight to Tampa was a lot better because that second plane ride that we got from that first one was, dude, that day and night difference between the quality of planes. Like, you know what I mean? Crazy. And we get to San Antonio, get on that second plane, go to Tampa. The second we land, we get picked up and we have to go weigh in. So I'm super excited.
So
because,
who picked you up? Was it the promotion?
Yeah.
Or they knew you were coming already.
Yeah.
They're like, where they got the sign Warzone.
That was funny. Like, we just kept like making jokes. We were like, yo, that'd be cool if like somebody was right there just like with the sign, like with the hat. You know what I mean? Like just like
man.
picking us up. No, but they picked us
So
up.
wait,
with, like,
before we get into you leaving that airport, have you been on a plane before?
No. Well, never going past. I've only been in a plane to like California or Nevada.
So like a little 45-minute.
yeah, like a quick little hour, if that.
So this 6-hour plane ride, including your layover, which made it
Yeah.
maybe like 8-9 hours. I don't know.
No, it was like 6
What
hours
was this?
total.
Was this a good experience for you?
Yo, this was
Or-
crazy. This was something I needed because I wanted to know what it felt like to get prepared to go to another area completely away from your area, and then you have to show up and show out.
So that's cool that you said that. How was the air quality down there? Breathing, because
Sometimes it was hard to breathe.
It's lower. It's closer to the equator. It's wet. It's what I mean. It's hot. It's wet.
There was one time I ended up getting up and I couldn't go to sleep, so I ended up leaving the hotel and I was walking around, and I think it was like 3 a.m. over there, so it was like 12 our time.
Oh my dad! Did you see a gator? No, I'm just
I was looking for him. I ain't gonna lie. I was looking for him. But I remember walking around, and it was like 3 a.m. their time, and I was like, "Yo, it is hard to breathe right now." It was just hot.
Wait,
but
have you
It felt like
eaten?
the hair was.
Had you eaten at that point or no? Or were you still not?
I think I just got done eating, so we had weigh-ins. The second I land, we go weigh-in.
Where you're just Marab.
Right.
Or just
So what do you feel about this? He's like, I gotta answer this. But
so okay. So you're there. Air quality is different.
yeah, the air quality is a little different, but it was still a really good time. I had a really good. I think the outcome was really good. I think the entire trip was really good. It was my first time even flying that far. That, you know what I mean, like anything like that. So to be able to experience something like that for my first time with what I'm actually chasing was It was eye opening. So now the next time I'm really learning how to be like really disciplined on how to like make sure I'm more successful in that lane.
In the lane of traveling?
Just the whole thing, just the traveling to fight. So I know what to bring and be better prepared for next time, because this was such a far flight rather than we're just only going
moving forward, like continuing your fight career. You're gonna be traveling,
right,
and anywhere and and everywhere.
We're talking about like overseas.
Like
and
if
stuff
they're
now.
doing a Waco match in Central America, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Whatever
that
the
would
hell.
be crazy.
Okay, we're going to Texas. I don't know. That's part of the game a little bit. You know what I mean? You got to fight the guy that has the belt here, and then you got to fight for a vacant belt there. Like,
I just feel good. I feel like I can fight anybody at this point. Like I feel good enough and capable and confident enough in my own abilities to where I can make adjustments during a fight now, and then do what I have to do to make sure that this fight goes in a particular way, just for the outcome to be the best for me. Right. So now the more I fight, the more better I get. So now we knocked down a really good, important fight. I feel like I gained a lot of mental experience, a lot of emotional experience, a lot of in-ring experience. We went the full 3 rounds. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna speak on that real quick. It's good. So first round, I know you were getting into it. I thought you lost by points. So obviously he didn't like knock you around or nothing. But by the end of second round and third round, I would say you definitely like dominated. So that's why at the very end of the fight, the split decision was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because your opponent's face was like, your face was like accepting defeat. You know what that Jose face.
Anytime I ever get to
like
the decision, I just like, I don't know.
But like you're like this, look, you're like.
I'm like, here we are.
So I didn't know who won because, like I said, the beginning of the fight I would say went to your opponent. End of the fight, you almost like took it too, like fully with that knockdown. You just threw that. I don't know what was it, like, overhand right?
I went left with my body, and then one more time I went body one more time, and then I acted like I was going body, so I was feinting that body
he came
shot
down right here,
and he just bit. So I was like, all right, here we go, and I just full sent, pow, and knocked the top. Like my hand still hurts, like you know what I mean. Knocked the top of his temple, and he just boom.
So I thought you did really well. Fortunately,
fun match.
The decision went against you.
Yeah, he got more points. So I'm just learning that system too.
We'll be back in the ring. But what do you have to say about your opponent, though? I want to maybe give you a chance to give him some flowers.
I think it was cool that he had his set persona before the match, and then I got to see who he really was after the match.
What does that mean?
So the whole time he was just stoic.
Character?
Yeah, his character. He was stoic. He was very. There was no. Bro, he was like this the whole time.
So no like outward.
No emotion,
emotions,
no nothing. It was just like I'm here to fight.
Trying to focus in.
Right. And for me, it was just like I'm excited. Like I love seeing all this
Is it like
shit.
if there's like a nervous feeling, not just here trying to focus on this?
Exactly.
Or if there's an exciting feeling, it's just not.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But it was cool after the fight. Like me and him were like just exchanging.
So he opened up.
Yeah. Like me and him were like laughing and like stuff. Like it was just cool. He's a cool kid. But yeah, congrats on your win. You know what I mean? But next time, the next event we were talking about. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? No, but yeah, he's cool. He's a dope fighter. But moving forward, to see him doing more important stuff would be really cool too.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
because he's a fellow fighter in the Waco promotion, right? So it's always
regardless
cool
if it's
see
like
what he's
cross
doing.
country
Like
or
if he goes to Chicago to do a fight.
That'd be cool.
It's like hard.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be
is
cool.
he gonna win? Whatever,
Right.
That's cool.
Well, he's always got like my little what do you call it? Little repertoire for like
Say that one more time.
like I'm just rooting for. There we go. I'm rooting for you. You know what I mean?
Oh, there you
We're
go.
always rooting for you. So if you got a match, you post it in, bro. I'll send you best wishes. So I mean, that's how I feel like with everybody I fight now. You know what I mean? Like there's never.
Well, I feel like when you put everything on the line, you know what I mean? Like together, it's like there's some sort of like camaraderie or like you can relate to each other. It's like, hey, we just did this. We cut weight.
We just went ham for
what I mean?
fucking 6 minutes. Like we're brothers. Like low-key now. No, but
so that was
a good time.
cool. That whole experience. It seemed like you really enjoyed it.
I really did. So I'm really excited to have another opportunity to be able to fly out and put on another show. What happened with that show was because I put on such a pretty good performance that they actually invited me to a lot of other tournaments. So with that being said, my next event will be in September.
Waco event?
No.
Or isn't it? I thought it was November.
Yeah, November.
November. You said September.
Did I?
Yeah. So
we're in
'cause
September.
you sent me the flyer, right?
Yeah.
Do people know about that flyer?
November
or
17th.
Is that something you've posted? Or
No, I'm about to post it.
Oh, okay. So do you want to like talk about it right now, real quick?
Yeah, why not? So November 17th, I will be fighting an MMA match.
Co-main event.
Yeah, co-main event in
Payson.
Payson. My opponent will be Justin Kaibat, pretty good little fighter. So I'm excited to see what we could do in an MMA match rather than just a kickboxing match. I want to see what
was
those
his
little
name
gloves will feel
again?
like. Justin Kaibat.
Kaibat. Watch out.
Watch out.
My guy just got back from Florida.
And I'm
You know
feeling
what I'm saying?
motivated,
So-
baby. So, but then like that 145 drop is like, I mean, it doesn't matter, but like I'll drop to whatever. But like it's like
Is it a little too much?
sometimes. I have to really be careful.
You were doing great like the whole month before. Like you lost it at a good rate. You know what I mean? It wasn't like Marab. You know what I mean? Like
Well, yeah, what they do, like whenever you get at a more professional level, they can drop 10 pounds in
overnight.
that day, to weigh in.
Oh hell no!
I would much rather drop 10 pounds in that one day.
That way you could just soak it back up.
So right back up,
okay.
quick. That way you're just depleted for just a couple hours. Boom, let's go make weight. Boom, let's go hydrate. Let's go eat. Let's go this. Let's go that. Let's go rest. You know what I mean? That'd be the best case scenario. But anyway, moving forward to November 17th, I'm super excited to go over there and fight that MMA match in Payson. Very much looking forward to that. I'm very much looking forward to see how I'm gonna react with those really small gloves on. So
small gloves.
and I'm really excited to showcase. Not
like
a lot of people.
UFC glove.
Yeah,
For real?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Like that's
Wait,
all I'm
so-
gonna be wearing.
Wait. So what is this next fight? Kickboxing,
No, it's
boxing?
an MMA match. I'll be octagon.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. From the flyer, I didn't even see.
Yeah,
It
it's
did
like an
say
octagon,
MMA on
yeah.
top, huh? Hard.
But so you know what I mean. So new promotion, new event, new fight, new opponent. I'm ready to go. And
So
right
moving
now,
forward,
I feel really locked in.
feeling good, and just optimistic about what's to come.
I'm sorry, but nobody's gonna catch me not being optimistic about stuff coming up. I mean, at the end of the day, like let's just say if like I don't know, like I broke like my leg in like 6 places and I could not like fight any longer. Like I don't have stuff going on.
I
to
never
where-
really see you like in a negative state of mind unless you're incapable of doing something. So like if
that makes sense.
if something's holding you back like an anchor, then it's just so depressing for you. It's like, you know what I mean? Like
'Cause I'm so used to having an issue and then dealing with
like
that issue.
remember when
and
you
let's go.
couldn't fight for like 6 months or
That
something?
shit sucked.
Like you were just
8.
so like I don't know. It was just so negative. You know what I mean?
I hated that because I wanted to so bad, and
Luckily, you had support
yeah,
around you.
Oh my
But
god,
but
that sucked.
I know you're such a person that wants to just go.
Yeah, let's go.
So when you can't go and you're like shackled, so to speak,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just like it is depressing.
It is
Kinda
very
like-
depressing. Like I want to burst my energy and not have to like keep everything just, you know. It's not cool.
So anything else to top that off?
There is more Waco events going on. They're having their tournament in Chile going on.
Chile, like like in Europe, like
Yeah.
way over there.
Yeah,
Or wait, where's Chile? South America.
don't ask me.
Bro, we need to bring up some
Don't ask me.
geographics.
Yeah, don't ask me. I don't know where shit's
I don't know
at.
where Chile is.
Um,
Probably in South America or something.
Yeah, so more events going on with them. I'm really excited for this MMA match moving forward, and I'm really excited to show everybody my grappling. Not a lot of people get to see like me wrestle or grapple or anything like that. So because I do Muay Thai and kickboxing, so you don't really get to see me do that. So I'm really curious to see what people are going to receive me doing that. And because I just like to put on a good show. I like to just like have fun while doing it. You know what I mean? So it's like, hopefully this will just be a really good fun event. So
Right. Oh, and just another little tidbit. For anybody that wants to support Warzone, Mighty, Jose, we're going to do an underrated Warzone collab on a t-shirt. So, yeah,
Get ready.
pretty soon we'll be posting about that, but there you can support Zay.
that'd be hard.
All right, so I was gonna jump into UFC 307 right after this, but right after I give an update. But after this, we're gonna jump into music, and then we'll jump into UFC in a little bit. So good.
Yeah, so.
All right. So Bliss update. What's the Bliss update?
Bliss been grinding, working, marinating
on Rocket League.
Procrastinating.
No, I'm just kidding. No, we're cooking up still. Nothing to announce today. That's it.
That's it. But still stuff working.
Yeah,
In the progress.
Don't think nothing's going on because there's stuff going on. It's like I could feel it. The fire is burning inside me to just yell on the microphone.
That's cool. Just to build up energy for you to just
If
be
I ever
ready.
get too far away from not doing music, like if I ever don't work on it for like a couple weeks straight, I start to get this weird feeling. You know how we were talking about you start to feel like this negative, like, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be super negative, but I'll start feeling like hopeless or like, I don't know, kind of like I don't got a purpose anymore. And me as a being, I can't deal
you
with
need
that.
to operate as a
I
purpose,
need to like move towards a goal. So nothing to announce today.
Yeah.
Maybe in the near future we'll have something to talk about there. Okay, so that's been our couple weeks? It's been what has it been? 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Well, we're here for episode 35. Let's jump into the new music.
Boom.
Okay, so like I said earlier on, not a whole lot to talk about music-wise, but there was 2 mixtapes, maybe significant to talk about, but I don't know. Like, I got some negative stuff to say about this first one. So, Future dropped a mixtape called Pluto Mixtape. Did you hear it?
I really want to say yeah. Like, I really want to say that I did, but I don't remember.
That's not good if you don't remember. Then that means
Well,
it
then
didn't
again-
impact you that much.
If I was listening to it, it was at the gym
Oh, I
when
get
I
what you're
was
saying.
sweating to like lose weight. So it's like you know what I mean?
So
I have to re-listen to it.
I know why sometimes a rapper will label an album like a mixtape just to lower people's expectations. And I think this was purposeful because when I was
bad?
No, it's not like that bad, but it's not like the next project
Yo, check me out
at all. Like I was listening to it and I'm like, dude, this is not like the vibe. Like
Bro, you're not in the big 4 no more? Like, what's going on?
I would still vouch for Future to be like in the top 3 of like rap or top 4 maybe, but yeah, this mixtape wasn't it for me. I'm looking forward to something maybe in the future. No pun intended there. A little double entendre.
A little double entendre.
But yeah, so you got really no feedback on that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably listen to it again just to like double check. I'll probably do it at the gym this time, but be like more coherent about it. So
Good luck.
that'd be nice.
So the other mixtape that we have to talk about real quick is DaBaby. He released a mixtape called, and I quote, called "How the fuck is this a mixtape?"
I mean, I'm
Did you
kind of
hear
surprised
this?
he was still making music.
Or no?
I didn't even know that he released.
No, he's still making music. I feel like he's still trying to
Get back on that wave.
come back from that because they tried to cancel him.
Yeah.
Remember when he was talking about the trans or the
Yeah,
gay
yeah.
thing? I don't know what it was about.
I'm so sick and tired of that.
He said something about like a homosexual thing or something, and they try to cancel him, and now it's like kind of tarnished his name a little bit. So like when he releases something, it's not like that whole train of like.
Well, no, remember they brought a bunch of like awareness to like his flow just being the same exact flow but on different beats. It's being the same exact song on a different beat.
It's almost like a copy paste here and there, but
So once,
that's if
I
you
think-
want to. Well, I was just gonna say that's if you want to look at it in a negative way. You know what I mean? In the positive way,
He's consistent.
That particular style, he does very good. You know, so that's that. If you're looking for that style, you know, that's. I mean, you know where to find it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would say. I mean, is he leading the way in that particular style?
Is he?
It's really rapidy.
Yeah, I don't
though,
think
like,
anybody's-
boppity.
I think anybody that does do that type of like song or music, I think it's like they do it, but it's only like a song or two every here and there. It's never like an entire album of
I see
a
what
lot
you're
of stuff to ingest in your ear. You know what I mean? I think it's a lot.
It is kind of like, it's a little gimmicky.
A little bit.
So almost when you hear
not
it,
in a
it's-
bad way, but it's just his thing.
yeah, it like whenever I hear him in a song, it's almost like, oh, okay, like that's the baby.
Yeah.
That
Doing
I
his
know
thing.
what to expect.
Right.
It doesn't really surprise me anymore, which is why I think maybe some of his hype is kind of
Yeah.
low.
Because back then,
You know what I
remember
mean?
whenever he first popped out, like
It was new.
nobody was doing anything like that, and then he just had a good like flow with it. So it was like, all right, cool. And then it was like 2 albums later, it was like the same exact thing.
You know who took that style actually and kind of like made it a little more nice to hear to the ears? That OT Mexican.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Mexican OT.
Mexican OT. I said it backwards. Yeah, Mexican OT. He kind of took that DaBaby style and he kind of added his little slang to it. You know what I mean?
He's hard with it though. Like he's diverse.
Like
Yeah, his delivery and his
he kind of adds a little bit of
execution.
his like Hispanic into it or his Mexican into it, and it goes like it's cool.
I think anybody can listen to that and not even think that like, oh, he's Mexican or like, oh, he's black or oh, he's white. No, they're just gonna just listen to the music.
And
that's
he
what I
does
think
it
he's
in a
so
way
good at.
that I don't ever think of DaBaby.
Exactly.
So he definitely, I think he took a little bit of the shine away from DaBaby as far as that style. So I take that back. I think initially DaBaby like brought that style more to the limelight, but then I think now Mexican OT kind of rode with it.
I think that he was just better suited for that. I don't think that DaBaby was ready for that yet. Mm-hmm. I think the Mexican OT kind of maybe took a better route to kind of like ease him into rather than just throwing him in the fire and like, all right, you're gonna burn for a minute and then you'll be good.
So help me real quick. I want to jump into a little side topic. Obviously, DaBaby could rap.
Yeah.
Dude has lyrics.
Yeah.
He's got to have a lot of lyrics if he's going off the way, if he's doing that style of rap, right? So what is being lyrical not impressive? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I think nowadays the delivery of what you're doing or how you're trying to do it is more important than everything else nowadays. Nowadays, it's not about having a voice; it's about what can distract. Mm-hmm. And I think that the person that has the best distraction wins.
Mm-hmm. You know what Tory Lanez said, and I had to talk about him after this too. He always said that people don't really fall in love with the rap or the lyrics or nothing; they fall in love with the melodies. You know, it's like
that's nice.
Yes, a melody's got that
Yeah.
consistent little feel to it, and I don't know. I think Mexican OT has like a certain melody that he rides with,
makes sense,
and
yeah.
people like it. You know,
Yeah.
so,
I would
if
agree
you
with
can
that.
make it sound good and you got a good melody, then you might have a little formula.
When's
for
he gonna be
success.
releasing? Did he just release some stuff?
Who?
The
Tory?
Mexican OT?
I keep seeing him like on tour or something. So
That's what I thought,
Think,
that he was
I think
gonna-
he's releasing like a song here or there, but before he went on this tour, I'm pretty sure he released a little album.
Shit, speaking of Tory Lanez, how did you feel about the couple songs that he released?
So it's been way more than a couple songs. He's been releasing the prison tapes. He's been releasing the lost tapes, which are
And they took all of his stuff. Yeah, that's
messed
messed up.
up. Yeah, they
That's
took
messed
his. Apparently, they took his recording equipment from prison. I mean, I get it.
I don't. Let the motherfucker rap. Like, if you can still be locked up and still do what you want to do. Like,
I know, but if you think about it, he lost his freedoms because of what he did, right? I'm not saying what he did it or not.
Right.
Either way, he's in prison and he lost his freedoms. You lose your freedoms when you're in prison, which includes your freedom to speak.
To speak.
And, I mean, he could talk to his fellow inmates, right? But I don't think.
But they're all in there having a listening party.
This is me not having any Tory Lanez bias because he's one of my favorite rappers. So I think if you're getting convicted of something and you're in prison, I think one of the freedoms that gets included in them taken away is your freedom to speak,
to be creative,
or to influence. Because he has his umbrellas; those are his like people that follow him, and I mean his manager can speak on his behalf, whatever. But yeah, I don't feel like. So I got two things to say. So first, I don't feel like he should have the right to speak because. You know what I'm saying? Because he's in prison. He lost his freedoms. But on the other...
He got caught doing some dumb shit.
On the other half of it, as a Tory Lanez fan, I did love seeing or hearing
Stuff randomly get like pushed out.
cool stuff. Like one of his biggest songs right now was a prison tape.
Yeah.
It was that it was that what the hell?
I can't remember. I can just remember that that's all I can remember.
I don't know the lyrics, but the melody kind of went. I wanna see, hey, like the one that goes like that. Anyway, that song
can't think
is
of it.
hard, and I really like that song.
Shit's hard.
So what it seems like is that we won't be really hearing about Tory Lanez for
Another 5 years.
he's getting out in 2030. So
Another 5
I think
years?
it's 2030. So yeah, he'll be out sooner than later, and I feel like he's gonna be grinding because he's got some money to make up for that label.
Either that or hopefully, you know what I mean. You always have three sides whenever somebody gets out. So let's just say if somebody like Tory Lanez goes in, he either comes out not doing anything he associated with before he went in, and he just completely loses the drive. Mm-hmm. That's the first option, which is a negative, bad one. The second option is he just goes and just lives life because like now that
he's like over
he
it.
found God, and now he's just
on another path.
Or 3, he gets out and he's just on grind mode. He's on hustle mode. Now he's got perspective. He's got this. He's got that. He's got motivation. And then now he's just making albums, singles, this, that, tour. Like, you know, that's pretty cool. So
I've never seen somebody making music from jail like that.
It'd be really interesting to. I just always like I like people's stories. I really enjoy a good story from somebody that has something to say, something to offer. Like, and it's not even like even for me to be able to receive, but if they just have something to kind of talk about, I think that's really cool. I think that people throwing apart their perspective in life and helping others with certain aspects and certain situations, I think that's really cool. So I think that if he's in a certain situation, I think that he's the type of person that would really.
Yo, you just gave me. I agree. You just gave me like I just had an epiphany right now on some way other stuff. Let me write this down because I want to talk about that in the workshop. Okay, that was good. Good job. Okay, so that's kind of like the music stuff. Did you hear anything else about music that we didn't go over? Like we said, there wasn't a lot of music news in the past couple weeks. No.
The Weeknd will be releasing his album pretty soon. So
oh yeah, he is, huh?
I'm very excited.
Didn't he released a single? It was a bad. I think I heard it.
It was more of
featuring...
like remember it was for that iPhone. I think it was more of like a production for that iPhone thing.
Oh, and the video was all shot on like an iPhone 16.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think that was kind of like
a little more of like some
kind of silly
billboard.
Let's make some money.
Attention thing.
Yeah, right. I don't think it was like an actual real part of the album, but I'm excited for the last album of The Weeknd.
Birthable. Okay, so that's like music, right? Let's jump into something related to music. The Diddler. So
a Diddler.
I hope you're not like focusing in on me right now, expecting to hear all these little details about the court case or something.
Not as much as y'all. Yeah.
But let me tell you, if you haven't heard, kind of some of the rumors. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so right now,
around.
What's been happening pretty much is he's been trying to get released on bail. He doesn't want to be in there, right? In jail, wherever the hell he's at.
I don't think anybody does.
He put up his $50 million mansion. He put up cars. He put up his mom's house.
Put up the mom's house?
All in an attempt to just get released on bail. Which, it's getting denied because according to the prosecutors
and like a federal thing
and the judge and stuff. No, apparently he's a risk. So they think that if they release him, he's gonna be. I don't think he's like a flight risk. I mean, he might be, but also his jet he was gonna put on the bail thing too. But no, they say that he's a danger to the people around him and potential victims. He might reach out in some type of way to coerce them. So yeah, they just think in the best interest of this case and the victims that he needs to stay.
That's cool.
In jail. Okay.
I think that's cool.
They're still not releasing any sort of videotapes, names.
Lock his booty hole loving ass up.
Apparently they're going to release a list of names, but I don't know how far that goes because let's just say
How many years back are they searching?
Well, let's just say it's a list of people, right?
Right.
And oh yeah, finally he's going to get Jay-Z and Justin Bieber and whatever, right?
Right.
But what if these are victims? All their names are going to be redacted off the paperwork. We're not going to know their names. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're going to get indicted with charges themselves.
Right.
So I don't know. Everybody's like all excited because Jay-Z is going to get like, you know what I mean? But they're not going to do that unless it's 100% for sure.
They said he's got a whole sex tape with Beyonce and all types of stuff.
You know how much of a defamation lawsuit they'd get from Jay-Z and Beyonce if they came out with not really 100% evidence? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there's no physical evidence. All you have is people just saying
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he did this. You can't come out and do that. I'm sorry, it's not real life. And
it's not viable in courts.
And not only that, this is a federal indictment, which means it's not going to be televised.
Hearsay, that's what they call it. So that would be under hearsay.
Yeah, if somebody was like, "Oh, well, I saw," right? It's a witness, but if somebody was like, "Oh
It'd be different if they got caught on
I saw that
what did you see on camera?"
Had his eyebrows down and he looked mad during this. That's hearsay because it's like, okay, we can't really. You're not a doctor.
Right.
You're not a psychologist. There's no way we can trust what you're saying at that moment. It's just hearsay.
Well, it's nothing you can just prove. It's just all about like perspective of talk. But yeah.
Yeah, if it's something other than facts or like a witness statement, it's usually hearsay, and that's what they'll be like, I object, or I don't
Objection, Your Honor. Sustained.
So yeah, P. Diddy, maybe a couple more updates for you. They found, if you haven't heard already, they found 1,000 bottles of baby lotion, baby oil.
Yo, and
and a bunch of dildos.
And they were like, nah, that's not from us.
900 dildos. I'm just kidding.
I was like, Jesus.
Some of them twin-headed. No, I'm just kidding.
600 of them.
I'm dead.
I just thought about that Meek Mill.
That Meek Mill like audio leak was crazy.
Yo.
I like Meek Mill too, and sometimes now when if it's not like that Rico song with Drake, you might just get got with that Rico or whatever. If it's not that song, it's like damn. It's almost like that video that leaked of Lil Baby, and it wasn't even him. It was this weird gay porn star just going at it right on some other male, and now every time I hear Lil Baby, I just can't get that image out of my brain, and I can't listen to him anymore. So basically, if you have any people that look like you in the world,
and they're doing
sound like you, and they're doing some weird shit, just get rid of them because they could ruin your career.
Oh my god, yo, that's messed up. That's messed up.
But yeah, I hope. Oh, I think. I mean, we can go on record now to say it. Because I told you, just me and you, I want this whole P. Diddy court case situation to expose everybody.
Yeah,
I want to see politicians. I want to see heads of companies. You know what I'm saying?
That's what was supposed to happen with the whole Epstein list.
Yeah, but they killed him, which means they couldn't further the court case because the guy they're trying to charge is gone.
Yeah.
So therefore, the charges are gone. They were saying P. Diddy was avoiding eating while he was in there in the jail because he was afraid that somebody was going to poison him.
Yeah.
And then they interviewed Suge Knight. I think that's who they interviewed. Yeah. And then he was like, they asked him something along the lines of like, what do you think about him? He's like not eating. Yeah. He's afraid that somebody's going to poison him. And then he kind of like, he was like, this face, right? He was like, dude, he's like withdrawing from all the drugs he was taking. That's why he's not eating. What do you mean he's afraid?
And what are you talking about?
He's like, he's just telling you guys that. I don't know, but that made sense too.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Like, okay, if he's
Another
really
perspective.
taking all these drugs that he's accused of giving people, and I think even his drug runner got arrested in Miami. Remember on the plane or something? Like, yeah.
What's up?
Hey, guess what? All your drugs that you used to have in a moment's notice, pills, powders, whatever, gone.
Creams, rubs, oils.
Lubes, creams, rubs. That was a good one.
Oh, but on another note, on another side note with trials and this and that, yo,
And this and that.
something to watch on Netflix, and it kind of ties in, is that Eric and Lyle Menendez.
Oh, Menendez.
The Monsters.
We seen it. I seen it.
Dude, that series was nice.
Yo, those guys are monsters. That's crazy.
That was so well produced and shot, and the acting was so well. It felt like this show that I watched was like something that I haven't seen in a long time.
Yo, the director of
Yeah.
that monster series is getting a lot of praise, and that's why
You should.
I mean, did you want to talk about the Menendez brothers still, or could I?
Well, no, or we could do
So
it. or whatever.
related
Yeah.
to that.
But your motherfuckers
They
get
already
locked up.
announced that the director of the Monsters is gonna direct Leatherface.
Whoa!
I forget his name, something Greer,
Yeah.
something. But yeah, that's gonna be the next one. They're gonna do the whole thing about Leatherface.
No way.
So yeah, the dude that was making furniture out of human skin,
People.
and earrings and belts out of other
The
skin.
face. Oh my god.
And I think they're gonna show in detail some of these
What's
things,
going
'cause
on.
what I didn't expect to see in that Lau brother
give me
or the
chills.
Menendez brothers monster series was I
The dad
knew
in his
they
face,
murdered
yeah.
the parents, but I didn't expect to see this fool's face just get
Blown.
and then the mom lose her hand, and
That
then
was crazy.
they went. I had to like grab at my daughter Astrid, and like I was like, "No, Mama, sorry, you can't see this." And she was getting mad, and I was like, "No, you're not looking at this." But yeah,
But a side note, I thought that series was done
was great.
so well. I thought that Dahmer series was really nice too, but this one in particular, it was
good.
It was super good.
on the Menendez brothers topic,
They said that they're trying to fight
Kim
for
Kardashian's trying to like
get them out
of jail.
They're so nice. They're not monsters. I was like,
I mean, as much as they might have got
I'm trying to
molested,
suck some dick.
as much as they might have got molested as children or abused,
Yes,
like you committed a heinous crime. So
parasite.
I mean,
That's what they call it.
40 years. They've been in jail for 40 years, right? Or
Parasite.
for 30 years. I mean,
But they did also get to spend $700,000. So you know what I'm talking about, before they got locked up officially. So
yeah, like these people are a danger to society.
I mean, at the end of the day,
I'm sorry.
at the end of the day, like you
I don't
still
care
killed
if
your
they
parents.
got abused as kids. Like you,
I do care about that, but you still went with the act of killing your parents. No matter that goes with the Gypsy Rose stuff. I mean, at the end of the day,
there's right and there's wrong.
There's right and there's
Well,
wrong. Like,
Do we
there's-
need to break that down or what?
No, you should just know. You should just know.
I'm sorry. You regret what you did when you were in your 20s to 18 years old.
But you
this is your
cemented your
life.
life. Yeah, you cemented your life.
You don't just point a shotgun at your parents' face and blow it off and expect to.
Well, the whole
I
thing.
got raped and molested as a kid.
Well, the whole thing about that was remember they're like, oh well, it probably wouldn't have been as bad, but they ran out of ammunition, and so he went back to the car and reloaded the shotgun and came back in the house and then finished them off. So like that was like the whole like another big aspect of the case. But anyway, the series was really good. If you haven't watched it, I suggest watching it. It was just really well told. And I don't feel like we get series like this very often.
We don't get a lot of stuff very often.
So
quality like that.
Right. But so yeah, with that being said, the diddler get locked up, get caught with everybody. You know what I mean? Diddler needs to tell everybody what's going on. Everybody needs to get caught up. All these people touching booty holes and stuff, y'all need to get put away. On the Menendez case, close it. You know what I mean, let them be in
On
there.
that last little topic about Diddy, real quick, what do you think about 50 Cent releasing
That
a
documentary? Yo,
pretty soon?
that would be lit. Yo, 50 would be. Yo, 50 would be the
Yo,
G.
apparently he's got like video of some things that's never been seen before. Like
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I'm not sure you're like the right person to ask. We're not lawyers, right? Me or you. But like, if he has video of potential evidence, I mean,
it would just all depend.
Wouldn't he have to take that to authorities rather than
to an
post a
extent
show about it?
I think it just depends on how was it cured.
Oh, okay. So if like he got it from a friend.
Is it dismissible or is it eligible?
Or it just showed up in his email. Like,
right.
I get what you mean.
Right.
Because he put out an announcement.
Because let's just say
if
he took that video from somebody that didn't give him permission, then that technical evidence is dismissible in court.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
So now
but
he's like, whatever's dismissible.
Him, like, oh, hey, this is my evidence. Here it is.
Here it is.
Now
That's
it's just
different.
public.
It's public knowledge.
Okay, I mean, I can see how that could be
in a way, I
like
guess.
a real thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody gave me a video of like a murder. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna make some money off this.
TMZ.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if I had the video of OJ letting his son kill his wife, you know what I'm saying? Like
crazy.
Crazy.
Always think of like orange juice whenever you say OJ. Swear to God.
He instantly just out of a cold glass of OJ,
just
like
big old glass in my brain.
But just a little bit of pulp. I'm dead.
Okay, so that's Diddy in a nutshell.
Diddler.
That's the Riddler.
It's Diddler in an oil show, but you know what I mean?
In an oil show. Freak offs.
Oh no.
Okay, so that's pretty much news. We jumped into a little bit of the media news I wanted to talk about, which was that 50 Cent documentary.
That'd be cool. I'd watch the hell out of it.
Let's talk about, I'm not going to go over the whole card, but let's talk about Alex Pereira and something Roundtree. I forget his first name. What's his name? Khalil Roundtree. We seen this last night. This was a crazy fight. Give me your take.
Okay, so real quick before I do that, what I did before this fight was I feel like I built this fight up for you pretty well.
Did you?
I feel like
I was coerced.
I felt like I hyped it up for you pretty well because I was so excited for this fight. Like, for anybody to deserve the belt would definitely be Roundtree, and I love watching Roundtree. I love his story. I love the way he fights. He's just active. He's a killer. He's a monster. He's a killer. So the fact that he pretty much got sat down by Alex, it's like that just cements Alex so much more. Like, dude, Alex is hard. Like,
dude, that dude did not want to get taken down. Roundtree did not want to go down.
No, but they both weren't really trying to go down. Like,
no, not like that. I meant like he didn't want to get knocked out. No. Like
it was that uppercut that really at the end that made him. But that was after that.
That was
knee.
the only way to beat Roundtree. Let me tell you. I don't know how CHAMA did that.
Shut down his momentum and keep stuffing him with the jab. Shut down his momentum, keep stuffing him with the jab. Like, dude, and his face was torn apart. Like,
dude, this was crazy.
Wow.
This was like a demigod.
And the fact that it went
taking
all
out
the way,
a mere mortal.
The fact that it went all the way to the fourth round, dude, I honestly did not think it was gonna make it. Maybe barely past the second, but past the third, I was like, "There's no way we're seeing past the third round." And it got to fourth round, and they really started to and then he really started to press. I was like, "Oh my god, dude!"
Yo, I give Roundtree so much props for just staying in there. Instead
of
just crumbling and being like, "Yo, I lost," he was like.
Yo, and
his face just dripping in blood, and
dude, you remember the interview after the fight? That big old. He was talking, then he just breathed out of his nose, and all of a sudden, a bloody blimp was just hanging out of his nose.
Joe Rogan is asking him a question.
He said,
anyway, that whole glob of blood just.
He was like, here's a napkin, but no.
I thought Joe Rogan was gonna be laughing, but he was like.
No, and that's the cool thing about Joe. I don't think that he's not one to like laugh at anything like that, but he'll see like, oh my god, like dude, like you know what I'm saying?
I'll clean that up.
I think that he gets squirmish of injuries. So
does he?
Yeah, I think, or at least like anytime I've heard him talk about injuries, it's always like he's like.
I mean, on TV it was funny, but like live in person, if I seen that happen to you right now, I'd been like, bro,
dude,
this is not even cool right now. This is something's going on. Like your brain just came out of your nose.
Oh my god. No, but yeah, he took a lot of punishment. That standing, it was just cool to see two strikers go at it for the entire fight.
That was cool. No,
Yeah.
no, like takedown attempts.
No
like,
bullshit.
This
no
was,
side stuff. It was like I
let's
have
just
to beat
throw
you with my
hands and see who's the better person at throwing hands and avoiding getting hit. I don't know.
Let's see who's the better punching bag.
Was this other than Max Holloway, or maybe include that if you want? Was this like fight of the year, or what do you think?
I think this is definitely a candidate for fight of the year. I think both fighters did exponentially well.
So far, could you give me like your top 3 fights of the year or no?
Oh my gosh.
Like UFC fights? I mean, you have to include this one, right? This is crazy. We got 4 minutes, almost. Oh no, 4 rounds, almost 5 rounds of, like you said yesterday, missiles being thrown.
Yeah, dude. Khalil was tossing missiles left and right, like left and right. That's what's so respectable about him. Like that's why I love watching Roundtree. But damn, 3 fights.
Yo, not gonna lie, Roundtree is a solid number 1 in the list of in my opinion, in the list of fighters. Like, okay, he didn't win the belt because obviously Alex Pereira is better, right? But
He's a god. Do you see how much bigger you look compared to fucking Khalil?
Yeah, like
My
a demigod.
God, dude.
You got Champ, and then you got, I think in my opinion, you got Roundtree right there. And if you want to get to the Champ, I think you got to go through Roundtree.
Jesus.
And like crazy.
Not a lot of people be making it past Roundtree.
That's why I'm saying I think he's a solid like number 1, maybe number 2. I don't know. I'm not familiar with all the other fighters in there, you know. But
I mean that whole division is stacked with just killers, and Pereira just happened to be the boogeyman of the killers.
He is a boogeyman. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Witchcraft. Black magic witchcraft.
So they asked him, "Are you gonna go to back down to middleweight, or are you gonna go up to heavyweight?"
I think he said he liked that weight, right?
He said he really enjoys fighting at light heavyweight. That feels the best for him for cutting down and then still feeling strong, which I totally get, because you know what I'm saying. But that would be really cool to watch him go to heavyweight and then just do something. But I like, I really.
Who's in heavyweight? Is that
John
where
Jones,
Stipe?
Yeah, Stipe is. Yeah, Tom Aspinall.
Oh, okay.
Blades.
That might be a mission, because him going up to where he went to right now, light heavyweight, he went up against Roundtree, and that was a battle. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if him going heavier, does that get worse for him because now he's going up against bigger guys?
Well, now you have harder hitters, right? But that doesn't mean they're as technical or as fast or as this or as that. Just because you move it.
How would he do, like, real talk against John Jones?
I personally think that he would be. I honestly think that John would have. This would be the fight of his life. This would be the fight he's never been in, and I'm talking about whenever he fought Gustafsson way back when. I think it'll be a fight like that.
And do you think he's too old to fight or no?
I just don't think.
How old is John Jones?
He's 37.
Oh, that's how old Alex Pereira is.
Yeah.
So they're the same age.
Yeah,
34,
34
I thought
to
for
37.
some reason he was like in his 40s already.
No.
That's why I was like, you know.
Yeah, Stipe is. That's the reason why he wants to fight Stipe so damn bad.
So who can beat Alex Pereira?
God.
So are we just witnessing one of the greatest fighters of all time right now? Like,
right
is
now.
this it right now? We're going through that moment.
He's tearing apart everybody. And it's not even close. It's not even close. This man, like, when was the last time he was even in decision? Like,
I don't know.
That is so cool.
TKO, KO.
That's so cool just to be able to. For me, the coolest thing a fighter can do is finish a fight.
In the fight.
It's just in the fight on their terms.
Don't leave it up to somebody else to decide.
I think that is the coolest thing alive, and that's the reason why I aim for that every single time I'm in a fight. But yeah. I think that's cool.
So next fight I'm super excited for is going to be that Topuria, right? And Max Holloway. That one's going to be pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
That's going to be right.
I feel like Max Holloway is a little bit in the sort of Roundtree top where he's just throwing. You know what I'm saying? He's a boxer, right? Like, that's his main thing.
Well, the only person he's ever lost to in that weight division was Alexander Volkanovski. And honestly, he won that second fight. But they gave it to Alex. Mm-hmm. I honestly believe in my heart Max won that second fight. But it doesn't matter.
It was cool seeing the promotion for that fight, the Max Holloway fight coming up, because You got Taporio with the belt over here, and then you got Max Holloway with the BMF belt.
belt, yeah.
I don't know.
It's cool.
It was just cool.
Man. It's just cool. It's cool. So, like, if Max could really do that, I think that'll really cement him down in history for being the first person to unite the BMF belt with an actual title at the same exact time.
Whoa.
So that's... But Ilya could also be the first person to unite that, too.
CHAMA. Just random as hell.
CHAMA.
Like CHAMA equals damn. Right? CHAMA. All right, so anything else fighting related to talk about real quick?
Just the future's looking bright.
It's looking good. Okay, let's jump in. We're gonna end this podcast probably in the next 10 minutes, but let's dissect something. I had a
What was
little
your perspective?
Yeah, you gave me like an epiphany
Yeah.
earlier, and it was cool because the way you said it kind of gave me the epiphany. Basically, what I got out of what you said earlier was that the valuable thing about people is their individual perspectives, and I thought that was cool.
That is cool.
I thought that was cool because when you really, really, really break it down, it's like, okay, why do I like that person on TV? Or why do I like listening to this guy's music?
Right.
And it's
What separates?
we're all just talking living beings, right?
From our own
But what
perspective.
makes us special is where we come from and how we talk. Like, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just thought that was cool. Like, maybe
What's our formula? Like, what makes... Like,
or
why
like,
is
what,
Twix so
what
bad?
kind of soup are we? You know what I mean? Wait, what were you gonna
I'm a
say?
miso.
Were you gonna say?
I'm a chicken pot pie.
What were you gonna say about Twix? You said Twix. What Twix are you? The left or the right?
Left.
But yeah, like maybe this won't end in 10 minutes. Maybe it'll end right now. But I just thought that was really cool.
No, I think it's cool. I think it's really cool that people have the opportunity to shine under any circumstance by telling their perspective on certain things. I think anybody could be important in any conversation because they have the experience that this person may be a rocket scientist, an astronaut, or this or that, but he's never did what this person did, and this person lived on the street for 2 years and grinded back up, and now he's the principal of a school or a janitor, or it doesn't like that person's not gonna have the same perspective as that person, and that person's not gonna have the same perspective as that person. So I think that they can equally bring in the same amount of knowledge or value in life.
Mm-hmm. And why do we look down on some people?
Because people get high on a high horse. People think that, oh, my job is more important than your job,
Or like
what your
their
job
opinions are the right opinions.
Yeah, or that they think that they just get on a high horse. So their word is more important, their position is more important, their money is more important, and they think that they have the right to look down on somebody else and be like, I hold more value than you because I'm doing this in life right now. But they don't know what that person was doing in life back then. Mm-hmm. Or what they're going to do later on. For me personally, I think anybody can change at any given moment. I think that if you really want it, you can go get it. And I think that everybody holds the same value, to be completely honest.
And what could we help me kind of break this down? What, how there's like regular people and then we got celebrities.
Yeah.
And what makes certain people's perspectives more impactful or influence
the consistency
more, you know what I mean?
of your decision making and your output of your work. That's what I think.
So like in the output of your work, is it like if I put out like an album, right, and it just sounds very pleasing to the ears and it's good? Well, that's what I'm trying to break down. Like what makes that perspective better than another perspective? You know what I mean?
Break that down a little
What
bit.
makes that album, my perspective, better than somebody else's album in their perspective?
Well, it's not better. It's just what fits the moment better. What fits the moment at a more crucial... I don't want to say moment, but like moment in time. Like what fits that better in that moment. So I think that somebody can capture a moment better and then present it better, maybe.
So presentation.
Yeah.
So
Delivery.
So everybody's. Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
delivery.
Earlier. So everybody's perspective is valuable, but it's how it gets delivered,
Right.
right?
So let's just say if right now I randomly started talking about dinosaurs, everybody can be like, but imagine if I was in a historic museum with nothing but people that were interested in dinosaurs. and I start talking about dinosaurs that they haven't heard, everybody's gonna be tuned in.
They're like, this fool just start talking about
Yeah,
dinosaurs.
they're like, what the fuck going on? What's up? You know what I mean? But like now, I
Wait,
think
so that
your environment.
So that changes what you just said, because you just said the delivery is what makes the perspective valuable. But when you brought up that dinosaur category, that just means you're delivering it to a certain crowd. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So that has nothing to do with your delivery. That just has to do with who you're delivering it to, right?
But it's still a delivery.
Well, yeah. And if it's not a good delivery, then no, those dinosaur enthusiasts don't give a crap about what you have to say. Right. So so what I'm getting right here out of this, everybody's opinion, or excuse me, everybody's perspective, their own personal individual perspectives mean something. They're valuable. And the people that have great delivery with it are the people that tend to become people that influence others. Because everybody wants to deliver their perspectives, right? Everybody wants to give their opinions. Everybody wants to talk about what they think, right?
Right.
So I feel like we just naturally get attracted to people that deliver their perspective well, because we want to do that too.
Makes sense.
Or maybe they have a similar perspective.
I was gonna say, like, familiarity.
They're doing it for us.
So they're speaking in a way that we wish we could be speaking, but they're just doing it in a way that more presentable.
Or like I feel like humans get lazy too, though. So like
humans are hella lazy.
He's like, oh, I like this guy. Like I tend to like tune in towards this guy.
He would be who I would be if I was a go-getter. Like
if I was good at rapping, that's the guy I would be like something like that.
Sense.
Maybe
yeah,
right?
It makes sense. Yeah.
So who's somebody in the fighting industry? This is just to top it off, maybe. But who's somebody in the fighting or your like industry that does the fighting the way, or has the perspective of fighting how you?
If I'm being 100,
you know what I mean?
If I'm being 100% honest, like if I was in the UFC and if I was killing it right now, I honestly feel like I would be fighting like Khalil Roundtree.
For real?
I
throwing
swear.
bombs?
Dude,
just throwing missiles?
I just love the way that he just raises up and he just like his whole lat is.
Dude,
in there,
he
like,
goes.
Dude, it's just.
He goes.
It's just.
And it's crazy when he does like a couple at a time.
Like, dude, like crazy. So
that is crazy.
I wish I could fight like Pereira, but at the end of the day, that's not who I am.
I don't feel like Pereira has a very specific like style.
That motherfucker has
strength. I just feel like
whip
he dissects his opponent and he'll just do whatever he has to do to get him. You know what I mean? Like Roundtree, like I feel like his little signature was like the way he's throwing these bombs, right? But I don't feel like I don't know why I don't feel like Alex Pereira has like a certain fighting style.
No, he's very yeah, he's a kickboxer.
Well, he does. Oh, okay. I guess
he's very technical in striking, very technical. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then he has so much strength, and he can just whip that strength. So it's like pow, and then lights out. Like, what did we just watch?
So Roundtree for you?
Yeah.
I think for me, like music-wise, the person that I really enjoy their perspective and how they output themselves. It's a couple. I think I would say just one.
No, give a who you would like to do, and then who do you think you have the most similarity with.
So let me put it like this. So Logic does it very well, the way he communicates himself, and then Tory Lanez has the work ethic and the drive that I really enjoy. Like I don't know, there's a couple. It's like a couple different characteristics in both. You know what I mean? But yeah, I like that.
That's cool.
Is it? All right, y'all. So this was kind of like our comeback to the pod. We took a little,
hiatus.
I would say much needed hiatus.
Yeah.
I feel like we needed a little bit of a break.
It's a separation.
He had a fight coming up, so it was
cross country. Yo, crazy.
Everything happens for a reason, and I think we're back doing it better than before, and
I feel like that.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys next week for another episode of the Underrated AF Podcast. Peace.